Picture this. The 1936 Berlin Olympics. A young American athlete named Louis Zamperini competes, setting the stage for his remarkable life. Born to Italian immigrants in New York, Louis quickly made a name for himself as a star runner, earning a place on the U.S. Olympic team at just 19. His speed and charisma captivated audiences worldwide, but as the world plunged into the Second World War, Louis traded his running shoes for a bomber jacket. Enlisting in the United States Air Force, he found himself navigating the perilous skies of the Pacific Theater as a bombardier. His athletic prowess was now replaced with a different kind of strength, one that would soon be tested beyond any finish line he had ever crossed. This is the story of an Olympian-turned-war hero, a tale of survival against all odds, but his true test of strength and resilience was yet to come. Fast forward to 1943, Zamperini's Air Force plane plummets into the Pacific Ocean, a beginning to 47 days of epic survival. Imagine this: the sudden jolt, the terrifying plunge, the rush of water flooding the aircraft. Zamperini and his crew were abruptly thrown into a desperate struggle for survival. In the immediate aftermath of the crash, the situation was dire. The vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, seemingly endless, surrounded them. Debris from their destroyed aircraft floated around them, a stark reminder of the gravity of their predicament. This was no training drill, no simulation. The cold reality of their situation was as chilling as the ocean water that lapped against their skin. Without the luxury of time to mourn their shattered plane or lost comrades, the airmen had to act fast. Their training kicked in, turning their focus to immediate survival. Stranded with no land in sight, survival became the only goal. Drifting aimlessly in a life raft, the struggle was beyond physical. It was a battle of the mind. Imagine yourself out in the vast, endless expanse of the Pacific Ocean, cut off from civilization, with only 2 other survivors for company. This was the reality for Louis Zamperini and his crew. The first hurdle was starvation. They had only a few chocolate bars for sustenance, which were gone in a matter of days. With no food, they relied on catching rainwater and the occasional fish, a feat in itself given the circumstances. Yet they fought on, driven by an unyielding will to survive. Next came the unpredictable weather. The scorching sun during the day and the bone-chilling cold at night took a toll on their bodies. Their skin, blistered and burnt, bore testimony to their struggle against the elements. And then, the sharks, circling their raft, waiting for an opportunity to strike. These predators of the deep were a constant, terrifying presence. But even in the face of such danger, Zamperini and his crew refused to give in. But perhaps the most significant battle was against despair. The isolation, the uncertainty, the dwindling hope. It was a mental and emotional struggle that pushed them to the brink. Yet Zamperini, with his indomitable spirit, refused to succumb. Facing near certain death, Zamperini held on to the faintest glimmer of hope. In the face of unimaginable adversity, he chose to fight, to survive, to live. This was his struggle at sea. On the 47th day, hope seemed to arrive in the form of a ship. But this was no rescue. Instead, it was a vessel of the Japanese Navy. Zamperini and his surviving crewmate, Russell Allen Phil Phillips, were captured and handed an unwelcome ticket to their next trial, life as prisoners of war in Japan. The POW camps were worlds apart from the freedoms they had enjoyed, marked by harsh conditions and brutal treatment. Zamperini, once a celebrated Olympian, now found himself in the cruel grip of enemy forces. The camps were relentless, with starvation, disease, and physical abuse as daily realities. But the worst part, the psychological torture. It was a constant mental battle. One particular Japanese corporal, Mutsuhiro Watanabe, took a special interest in breaking Zamperini's spirit, heaping on the humiliation and physical pain. But here's the thing about Zamperini. He was made of stern stuff. He took it all, the beatings, the hunger, the despair, and he held on. Despite the brutal treatment, Zamperini refused to break. After the war ended, Zamperini's battle wasn't over. He faced a new challenge: forgiveness. Indeed, the war left imprints on his soul, scars from the torment he endured. He battled nightmares, and the ghosts of his captors haunted him. He was free, yet shackled by his past. But the same resilience that kept him alive in the open ocean and POW camps began to shine again. Zamperini, the man who once ran towards Olympic gold, now ran towards a different goal: healing. He sought solace not in the bottle as he initially did, but in the teachings of a young preacher named Billy Graham. This encounter led him onto a path of forgiveness. He realized that to be truly free, he had to release the burden of hatred he carried. He chose to forgive his captors, including the infamous bird, who had treated him with particular cruelty. Zamperini's journey didn't stop there. He dedicated the rest of his life to sharing his story, hoping to inspire others with his message of resilience and forgiveness. He wanted people to know that no matter how dire the situation, the human spirit is capable of enduring and overcoming. And so, this Olympian, war hero, and survivor added another title to his legacy: a beacon of forgiveness. He showed the world that the path to healing often passes through the heart of forgiveness. In spite of everything, Zamperini chose to forgive, showing a strength that surpassed even his physical endurance. A Zamperini story is not just a tale of survival, it's a testament to the human spirit. This narrative of courage and endurance continues to resonate, even in our modern world. It's a reminder that the will to survive can overcome even the most daunting adversities. Over 47 grueling days, Louis Zamperini stared down death in the vast expanse of the Pacific. He battled starvation, dehydration, and sharks, yet he never lost hope. His subsequent capture and internment only further showcased his resilience as he held on to his humanity amidst the harshest of conditions. His journey towards forgiveness is perhaps the most inspiring facet of his story. It's a testament that even in the midst of war's brutality, compassion and understanding can still take root. In the face of unimaginable hardship, Louis Zamperini taught us the true meaning of resilience, forgiveness, and the indomitable human spirit. His legacy is a beacon of hope, reminding us that we are capable of so much more than we can ever imagine.